Hi everyone. I'm sort of digging these Instagram lives. They're so fun, so easy to do, and you can kind of do them from anywhere. Right now I'm in LA and I'm super excited, but I need to stop saying I'm super excited. But I am excited because I don't know if you all know Bridget Everett. She's awesome. She is like a quadruple threat. Hi, Gregory. Thank you for calling me beautiful because I'm wearing no makeup except for some lipstick. Hi, everybody. Bridget is going to hop on and talk to us about her new HBO show called Somebody Somewhere. Hey, Adriana. Hi, Jen Pasteloff. Hi from Ojai. Bridget is awesome. Do you all know who she is? I hope you do. But if you don't, you're going to know pretty soon. And it's incredible because HBO show, and she just got it at 49. But she's going to tell us all about it. I've watched 2 episodes. Hey, Bridget.
I was like, oh, this light is so bright, and I had to put my glasses on to see what I was doing.
How are
Hi.
you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good. You've got a little too much headroom. Bring your phone down just a scope.
Okay.
Bridget, you
Is
look
that
so
better?
glamorous. You've
I'm
got
going. I'm going to a thing. So they beat me up or whatever they call it. I
what,
don't.
what, wait, what are you doing that you look so glamorous?
We're gonna go to the 92nd Street Y with some of the cast, and we're gonna talk about the show. So I can't. I don't think I can. I'm just gonna listen. Are you talking?
Yeah, no, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'll just do this.
You might want to, yeah, you might want to get rid of those earpods or whatever you call them, AirPods. Anyway, I'm so happy for you, Bridget.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm so happy to be talking to you. This is very cool. I appreciate you having me.
Oh, no, of course. And, I was saying to people who are tuning in that you have your new show on HBO called Somebody Somewhere. I watched the first 2 episodes.
Awesome.
It's so charming and so great, and you are incredible in it. And I actually love the whole cast. I'm a big fan of the Duplass. Did I say their names right? The Jay and
Mark. Yeah.
Mark. Right. Both of them. I think they do some really fun things. How did the show come about, Bridget?
Well, I got a deal with HBO, and I called Carolyn Strauss up, who I don't know if you know her, but she's done some shows like Game of Thrones and
I've heard
some other shows. And I just, I was like, I have this deal, and can you help me put together a TV show? And she recommended Paul Thurine and Hannah Boss, who are creators and showrunners, and then we got the Duplass brothers involved, and we just all got together and just tried to make a show that was interesting and, simple, slice of life, very much.
That's what I love about it. It's so real, and it just, I love the pacing of it. My friend Julia, who works with me, said it's like a warm hug when you watch this show. There's something that's just, it feels so normal, and yet the characters are super interesting, and in many ways it's autobiographical. Can you set up the premise of the show, and then we'll talk about how it actually reflects a lot of your life, Bridget?
Yeah, it's about a woman in her 40s who's moved home. She's just lost her sister to cancer, and she's kind of been rudderless and just drifting through life, and has lost like her passion, and she doesn't, she feels disconnected from her friends and family and everything. So she's just kind of floating by, and that's something I can relate to.
And what's interesting, it seems like caring for her sister Holly during her illness kind of gave her a raison d'etre and a purpose.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Holly is gone, and she is sort of just trying to figure it out. But it's cool because she reconnects with a lot of people she knew in high school. And so tell us about some of the supporting characters.
Yeah, in the first episode, she meets Joel, who, she's grading papers at this like testing center, and they were in show choir together, but she does not remember him at all.
Yeah.
But his name is Jeff Hiller. That's his real name. Just a super charming, funny, sweet guy, and kind of disarms Sam, and helps wake her out of her slumber. And then of course, you know, they meet some other people along the way, and then she's got her sister, who's played by Mary Catherine Garrison, who was my roommate actually for 8 years. So we kind of have a sister vibe anyway. I mean, she auditioned, but she killed it, so she got the part. But yeah, it's just, I don't know if I answered your question. I have a perimenopausal brain, so I can't remember if anything from 15 seconds or before.
Don't worry, don't worry. But also, well, let's talk about how it reflects your life in a way, Bridget, because you are the youngest of 6 kids. Your sister, one of your sisters did die of cancer. And your mom had some drinking issues, correct?
Yeah.
And so a lot of this is reflected in the show. By the way, the name of the kids in your family kill me. Obviously, they had a BR obsession. Name the in your family, Bridget.
Yeah, for those people that don't know, it's Bridget, Brock, Brian, Brick, Brad, and Britton. And I'm like, my mom's always like, I don't know, it just happened. I'm like, that does not just happen. But yeah, my sister Britton is my eldest sister, and she was the sweetheart, you know, like the rest of us are kind of like, our sense of humor can be brutal and we can make fun of each other until someone cries, but she was like this very sweet, tender-hearted person, and she really like always supported me and thought that I was going to go somewhere, even when I waited tables for 25 years and I just didn't think I was going to ever break through. She's like, well, what are you doing now? What are you singing now? And it was pretty sweet.
And you know, I should mention you sing in the show, and I don't know where I've been, Bridget, because I've seen you perform comedy at a lot of events. I've obviously missed out on some incredible cabaret performances of yours. You studied opera at Arizona State University.
Yeah, I did. I have a legitimate degree, but I kind of have thrown that all out the window, and now I just wing it. But
well, no, but having said that, I mean, you have an incredible voice, so it must be so fun for you to be able to both act, but you're not quite as outrageous as you are in your comedy routines.
Yeah.
You are, you know, big and brash, and you know, there's some funny descriptions of your comedy show and even your cabaret show. You call yourself the wildebeest of cabaret.
That sounds about right.
There are no bras and a lot of Chardonnay. Let's just put it that way.
That also sounds about right.
But you're kind of your character is actually much more introverted and kind of quiet. Was that intentional? Because I do think she's well, actually maybe she reflects who you really are when you're not on stage.
Yeah, I would say that Sam is a closer reflection to me, at least like the Bridget of my like 30s and early 40s, when I just felt like my dreams had slipped away, and you know, I just felt like I was too old to really make anything of myself. I was living in New York. I loved it. I had established like my life and family and community here, but I just didn't see myself ever breaking through, and that's heartbreaking, especially because singing is so important to me. It's like such a vital part of me, and it's also a vital part of Sam. It's kind of like the pilot light, you know. And when you don't get to fully engage with the thing that's like that lifts you up and lets you fly, it's hard to feel joyful sometimes, at least for me, you know. So I think Sam and I have that in common. If that I sort of meandered, and I don't know if I really answered any questions, but I just started talking.
No, actually, that was really beautiful, and I appreciated sort of talking about that. And do you feel like this vehicle has given you the opportunity, Bridget, to really break through and kind of say, here I am, I can really show my stuff now, instead of kind of feeling like you're clawing and scratching and trying to get every opportunity you can?
Yeah, well, it's hard to lose that hustle mentality when you're almost 50 and you've always been doing it.
Yeah.
When I was at waiting tables, I was out every night singing after work or on the weekends, trying to like find a place to sing, even if it was just a karaoke bar. I just loved it. So, I mean, I guess I am on HBO now, so I have a level of success, and I should embrace that. But it is a constant struggle. But the cool thing about the show for me is that if you have seen my cabaret shows, they tend to be wild. You know, they're like a little off the rails, and you know, whatever. It's what makes me happy. So I like to.
When I see you perform, I would say they're pretty damn raunchy, Bridget.
Yeah, but if you come, like, if you ever see me with my band at Joe's Pub, which is more like an hour and a half show or 2 hours, I have like a thing that I sort of stick to. It's slam, 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 tender. And that is like, you know, banger, banger, banger ballad. And like, so it's not just all, you know, raunchy, vulgar songs. It's also like the person that lies underneath. And I feel like somebody somewhere has given me an opportunity to show all parts of me. Like, because you'll get some of the wilder, raunchy singing, and you'll get some of the songwriting and some of who I am really. Sam is so close to me as a person, you know, just like I'm wild on stage, and I love people to feel unlocked and joyful at a show. But in real life, you know, I come home and I you know, I get depressed and I feel lonely, and it's cool to have an opportunity to just, that's what's important, to like see Sam for all sides of her, you know. And there's a lot of different things I can do. Like I can sing and I can feel sad and happy, and we just wanted to try to touch on a little bit of everything. And also it feels real because that's who I am. So I don't want to, you know, if we're going to do a whole TV show built around me and for me, we might as well just try to pick out the best parts and see what happens.
I think that's true. And a lot of the people watching are commenting how real it is. You know, it takes place in Manhattan, Kansas, right? And you're from Kansas, I know. Are you? And you're from Manhattan, Kansas, right?
I'm from Kansas, and they're all freaking out. My sister Alice was so excited as we talked to you. My friend Marcy Verberg's super excited, like, oh my God, Katie Couric. You know, it's just like, there's certain moments in things that I do that, you know, it's really thrilling for my friends back home, and this is one of them. So.
Oh, well, but you know what? I was going to say, first of all, I love the pacing of the show, as I mentioned, but I also love that everyone looks like a real person.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun to have escapist entertainment and look at really, you know, glamorous people like I've been watching, and Just Like That, and sort of that whole sort of veneer. By the way, I didn't realize that you had worked with Michael Patrick King. Is that?
Yeah, that's like, that was one of my very first, we did a show called At Least It's Pink back in 2007 at a theater called Ars Nova in New York. And then he wrote a little part for me in the Sex and the City movie. So I play, I applied to be Carrie's assistant, which is super exciting. Everybody was, you know, that's the coolest thing in New York is, you know, to be part of the Sex and the City world in any iteration. So that was really thrilling.
But you all had done a show on Amazon that sadly didn't get picked up, right?
Yeah, we did a pilot.
Was that the 2007 show?
No, that was a stage show. That was like a cabaret show. And then in 2017, I'm probably doing the math wrong, 18, 19, I can't remember. We did a pilot, Michael and Bobcat Goldthwait and I did a pilot for Amazon called Love You More, and it co-starred the lovely Lonnie Anderson, who I think is woefully underutilized in her career right now. I mean, she's had an amazing career, but Lonnie Anderson was just, I mean, it was so much, that was such a wonderful experience, but it didn't get picked up, and I was like, okay, well, that was my Hollywood ticket, and it didn't happen, so I guess it's all over now. But
Well, I'm so glad this happened for you. By the way, my father had a huge crush on Lonnie Anderson.
I do too. She's like
Lonnie Anderson and Angie Dickinson were my father's like heartthrobs, which was always so
babes.
cute. By the way, Bobcat Goldthwait was one of the most embarrassing interviews I've ever done on the Today Show.
No.
Clearly, Bridget, I wasn't prepared. And in the middle of the interview, I said, "Why are you yelling?"
I gotta find that. That's gotta be out there somewhere. I've gotta find it.
So mortifying. Anyway, before we go, I want to also ask you about this show you're developing with Patti LuPone. Is this true? Called Knockouts? Because someone told me she saw your show at Joe's Pub. She stood up and she yelled, "There's no one like you."
Yeah,
and
she did.
I thought that was such a great story. And now are you collaborating on a project?
Yeah, and she also, you know, she's had me sing with her at Carnegie Hall, and she had me sing with her at the New York Philharmonic, and like, it just is such a lesson that, like, you know, to always be looking around and lift those around you that you believe in. And she's Patti LuPone is incredible. But my friends Teddy Bergman and Jason Egan are working on developing a show for Patti and me, and I'm like, I feel a little nervous about it because she's such a star. But look, if she's willing to take the chance, I'm willing to take the shot. So why not?
I think it's great, and I just think I'm just so happy for you, Bridget,
Thank
that
you.
that everything is going so well for you, that you're having so many great opportunities.
Thank you.
You have a lot of fans on this Instagram live, and
Luckily, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see what they're saying.
oh well, I had mine on, and they're saying things like, "Yay, Manhattan, Kansas."
Oh, that's great.
Bridget, you're hilarious. You look gorgeous, Bridget. I saw Bridget in concert. So good. Bridget looks beautiful per usual. Bridget, can I leave you all of my worldly possessions and my love everything you've done. It's the best
Okay.
show. Bridget, you're beautiful. Bridget, you're incredible. If you ever like an ego boost, just come on Instagram live with me.
For
But
sure.
you know, Bridget, I have to say too, when I was saying it was so real, like I love in the show that they show you swimming laps, you know, and that you put on your bathing suit, you swim laps, and in this sort of, you know, manufactured where everybody's trying to look beautiful with filters and all this stuff, you're just unabashedly yourself. Were you at all nervous about that?
Well, I didn't really stop and think about it until we were in the editing room. I'm like, maybe this should have crossed my desk, and I should have, you know, but we all are like, you know, we just wanted to look like normal people and feel like, you know, I have a lot of friends who are in showbiz but are a little bit different. You know, Jeff, who plays Joel, and Murray, who plays Frederick Coco. These, you know, they're my friends, and that's what my world looks like. So it's good. It's incredible, first of all, because we're all kind of the same age and we're all having a moment together, and that's really thrilling.
Yeah.
But it's also cool because I feel like it's just a slice of just like of life, of just regular people. Maybe not the person you know, but you know, but just some normal people.
Right. And people who are in this small Kansas town and like you kind of always felt a bit like outsiders.
Yeah.
So when you put the spotlight on people who thought they were outsiders, suddenly they become insiders and they become just like the rest of us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's
totally.
one of the reasons this show is speaking to so many people, because it's not kind of there's no glossy veneer, you know. It just feels like, oh, I could go to a diner and these are the people I would see.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you all, I think, just look like normal people, like everybody.
I think so. And you know, it's cool to really like be mindful of like with the people in the background. I mean, I was like looking at every picture. We all were just like, this is a person I would see in Kansas. That's not a person I would see in Kansas. This is, you know, and I kept saying, we need more purple, because like everybody in my hometown wears purple everywhere. And they're like, ah, come on, Bridget, this is a little much. I was like, it's not enough, but I'll take what we can get. So
Sounds like,
there's a lot of K-State pride where I'm from, you know, Power Cats, you know, so.
well, it's nice to put Kansas on the map and, you know, show a show that is based in a so-called flyover state. So it's nice. I think it's unifying in a way too.
Yeah, I think so. And it feels, you know, my mom still lives there, and my oldest brother, and you know, I left Kansas for a reason, but it's really nice to come home. I know that sounds like so hokey and corny, but it does feel good to have this moment where I feel like my, you know, the rubber's meeting the road and my career is doing a lot better. And it's kind of like, but it's back to the place that made me. I don't know. That's cheesy.
Honestly, it's so nice to have this conversation, because clearly there's a vulnerable side to you, and even somebody, you know, getting kind of emotional talking about this stuff. So it's great to see you.
Okay, I'm an easy cry. I'm trying to, like, anytime I start talking about music, singing, you know, anything, it could happen any moment. So right now I'm just trying to like start, you know, I'll back off so I don't start crying on this. You know?
No, Bridget, I thought it was me bringing it out in you. It's not.
Absolutely. You're a pro, you know.
Oh, who are you interviewing? Who's interviewing you? Who's interviewing you at the 92nd Street Y?
Keaton Bell from Vogue, and I did another interview with him. He's so sweet, really, you know, charming and lovely. So I think it'll be fun. I try to stay out of out of crowds, but you know, it'll be, you know, I like to hole up in my apartment and listen to music, but it'll be good to be out amongst the people. So.
Oh, by the way, someone said, ask her more about man happiness.
Oh
Us
yeah, that's
Manhattan
my.
fans are so proud of her.
Oh, that's so nice. I mean, it's stressful doing something. You like, when this gets released, are they going to like it? Can I go back home again? Like, what's it going to be like for my brother Brad, who lives there, and then my nieces and nephews and everybody. But yes, Manhattan, Kansas, the Little Apple is what they call it. We try to incorporate lots of small businesses in our show. Varsity Donuts, which is, if you ever go to Manhattan, Kansas, you got to get at Varsity Donuts. Go to the chef for breakfast. You got to drink, you know, the local beer. It's a great place. It's a college town. Lots of great memories there.
And someone asked, any plans to tour your cabaret show in the near future?
We'll see. I'm doing some shows in New York, and we'll see it. I've just sort of taken everything day by day right now.
Well, keep doing what you're doing. Yay! Everybody, give Bridget some hand clapping emojis. Everybody.
Thank you.
Again, it's called Somebody Somewhere. It's on HBO Max, right? And
HBO and HBO Max. Yeah, you can watch it on either.
HBO Max. The episodes, I think, are about like 30 minutes or so, right?
Yeah, they're short. They're a quick watch. You know, the 5th episode's coming out this week. We only have 7, so it's fun to watch. You can watch with your friends, your family, tell your mom, tell your dad, you know, anybody.
Yeah. I like the scene where you're talking to your next door neighbor, who I think is going to be a romantic interest. Call me.
You never know. You never know. He's a very handsome and charming guy.
You go out on the steps and you're in your underwear.
Yeah, I mean, that is something I would do, you know. My mom used to, in the 80s, she would just, you know, sort of go to the store without her bra on and her nightgown. So we're just, I guess that's kind of the people we are.
That's so funny. Anyway, thanks again, Bridget, for doing. Tell everyone I said hi on the show, that they've got a lot of fans out there, and
I will, for sure,
including me.
I will. Thank you so much, Katie. And I guess I'll just sign off here. And
yeah,
you know,
it's
everybody,
so easy, and like, you know, you can just talk to anybody anywhere. It's awesome.
I love it. And before I sign off, I just want to say the thing that LL Cool J always says: the DDHD, dreams don't have deadlines. And I think it's an important thing for everybody to remember.
Dreams don't have deadlines.
Yeah.
Someone is saying Katie go, and I don't know if that means Katie go away or go Katie, but either way, I'm going to take it as a positive thing. And I just wanted to mention, Bridget, before we go, my friend Unique Jones Gibson is going to be doing Instagram lives on every Thursday through the month of February, interviewing a Black leader or entrepreneur.
Okay.
I think Black History Month should not be one month of the year. We should be learning about the histories of all Americans, and but we wanted to have Unique come on and share some stories of some really exciting and impressive Black.
Thursday nights, you said? Thursday?
Huh?
When did you say it was again? I want to tune in.
It's well, you're going to be being interviewed at the live. But
I'll watch it tomorrow. I'll figure it out.
We'll save it. Unique is going to be here at 5:30 Pacific time, 8:30 Eastern time, and she's a really great, very energetic person, and I really love the work she's doing. Anyway, you've got to go. I've got to go. Bridget.
Thank you so much. Bye, everybody. Thank you, Katie.
Bye.
What a treat. Bye-bye.
Bye.